What's up, everybody? I am doing a quick little update. I'm not going to be showing you guys everything I'm doing, wrench by wrench, because I don't need any wrongful death lawsuits on my hands. I don't want to bore you guys quite to death, just a little bit. So let's take a look at some of the stuff that's been going on around here. Well, I have one door ready for the Raptor Liner. I've got it kind of sanded up some, smoothed down. I got the door handle out. I think I'm just going to tape over the lock because I don't want to mess with trying to get that thing out. I was not able to get the bolts loose without a impact for the hinges. So I'm going to leave them because even though they're rusty and need replaced, I'm going to try and do this on a budget and try and make them last longer. I know I'll regret that later when they're under Raptor Liner. Probably going to tape off the heads or something so I can get them out later, but I'll probably end up needing to drill those out when it comes down to it. Also, I've got the front stabilizer bar. I got that cleaned up. You'll notice it's all cleaned up, rust off of it, painted up. I got that stabilizer bar with new bushings, and I put new bushings in the quick disconnects as well. Got that all bolted back on. This morning I got covered in fiberglass, putting a fiberglass wrap on my exhaust pipe. That'll help cut down on some under hood heat. You can see it wraps right up under the engine there. Under hood heat as well as the transmission well heat. I also have a heat shield that's going to go on the transmission well right up here on the transmission well of the body, and that's because so much heat piles up in this little area here that it'll actually burn our feet. It has before, and now that I've pulled the carpet out, it's going to be worse. So I'm going to put that heat shield in there, and hopefully that'll cut down on some of that burning heat. I also pulled the nuts back off the bolts here for the bar pin eliminators, and I put some blue thread locker on there because once it's in there, I don't want them rattling loose out on a trail because they are not going to be easy to get to. I believe my new shocks just shipped, as well as the gas tank straps. The gas tank skid plate did finally arrive after being lost in the mail for close to a month, but hopefully soon I'll be able to get that gas tank back up there. Next up, I got new LED headlights for the thing. I originally got these, even though I'm not super convinced I like the halos or not. I've never really been able to decide, but these ones have the ability to be hooked up so that those halos, the ring around the outside, actually flash orange like blinkers. And I originally purchased it with the thought that I would be bobbing the fenders, and I may still eventually, but if I do that, it means I lose my turn signals. So if I hook the turn signals up through this, I've still got turn signals. Now, LEDs get a bad name because a lot of people throw them in. They think, well, my old headlights were aimed properly, so I can just drop these in. Not always the case. Once I get these in, I will have to pull them up to a door and make sure they are aimed properly so I'm not blinding everyone. If you're swapping out headlights, make sure you do that. I am keeping the old halogen headlights. The reason I'm keeping them as spares because the cheap Chinese LED headlights are known to go out, and I can't tell you how many times I've seen a Jeep driving around with one LED headlight. So I am keeping these, so if they do go bad, I can throw this back in until I can get a new one in stock. But the lights I got were like $30 as opposed to some of the real good name brands are like $700. So to me, that's worth the risk. And another thing, the new hinges and the new hinge bolts came in, as well as a lot of the new body bolts. And so I just threw this one on for a test run. I may, when I get to Raptor lining it, I haven't really decided yet if I'm just going to try and tape over those bolt heads, or if I'm going to maybe pull out, say, these two, and then Raptor line this side with earplugs in there so I can get these back in, throw those back in, and then pull these two out and Raptor line that side. or if maybe I'll just tape over them. So either way, I'm going to make sure that those bolts aren't covered to the point they won't be accessible. They are stainless, so I'm not too worried about corrosion, and I put on some anti-seize just to make sure if I have to remove them in the future, they'll come out. And then there was this. This thing was an unexpected, amazing find. It was used professionally for painting by a gentleman. His son and daughter-in-law, or daughter and son-in-law, were selling it at a garage sale. I think after he couldn't use it anymore, or maybe passed away. I didn't get details, but the guy led me over to his garage, plugged it in. It started up and is super quiet, like unbelievably quiet. Aired right up to full pressure in a matter of seconds. It doesn't have a tank on it, so I have a tank that I might connect to it. But for what I want to use it for spraying the Raptor, I got this thing for $10. And I don't think it's any louder than I'm speaking right now. This thing was my find win of the day. I'm happy. I'm going to look it over. I'm going to clean it up. And like I said, I might add the tank to it. This little bracket here is obviously for the cord, but I might be able to fabricate something to mount the tank there. I don't know. I think it's only like a 1 gallon, maybe gallon and a half tank. It's actually meant for an off-road compressor rig. But when there, let me show you something else I've been working on. And here is the big project for this video that I want to show you. Okay, so here is the first step of the custom attempt. I'm going to add the word attempt because I don't know what this is going to turn out like, but custom attempt at a manual shifter knob. I've got an oak 1x4 that I cut down into 6-inch sections. I'm gluing them together to make basically an oak block to start with. Once that's done, I'm going to cut it and start forming it. The goal is to make a ergonomic shifter knob that fits to my hand, because I destroyed the stock one when I took it off. Okay, I've done a little bit of work. I've still got a lot to go. It doesn't look like much. It looks like some kind of weird die right now, like a dice, right? Just throw it, see what number comes up. I don't know. But the eventual goal is the bottom, so I'll call this the bottom side. It comes up kind of round, and to the drilled out bit for, whoops, I might throw like a threaded insert in there. Otherwise I'm going to have to figure out how to screw it down onto the shifter. But then on the top, I'm going to have this kind of ergonomically designed to my hand, so just be able to reach over it, and there's my shifter. We'll see. If this doesn't work out, I've got a few other bits I'll glue together and probably just stick them on my drill like a lathe and sand it down into a ball similar to the original shape. But I kind of want to try this, and I want to see what it's going to do. So stay tuned. I'll show you more updates on that. Hey, thanks guys for watching. We'll have more coming tomorrow. I will probably, well, the day you'll be watching this today, I'll probably spend some time working. I've also got a few other projects for the Jeep going on right now, because, you know, I don't have enough projects. So we'll keep her moving, and I'm hoping to get this done by August 28th. That is my goal date, because Tri-State Christian Jeepers, we are hoping to have a group camping and wheeling trip in central to northern Michigan. So, if that's something that interests you, look us up on Facebook, Tri-State Christian Jeepers. You can also message me privately, comment on this video, whatever, and let me know. But, thanks for watching, y'all. The Lord bless you and keep you.